Now that's a big door.
You should knock. It looks like you're trying to knock. Would you like help?
Huh. Looks pretty overgrown and abandoned, but the station was still able to send a signal. Strange. Hello? No answer. But maybe it's for the best. After all, I don't know what might have answered. We can't open it. Climbing up won't work either. And if I fell and broke something, that would just complicate things. What does the way around this look like, Core?
Good, but you would have to walk 1.9 kilometers to circumvent the plateau, maybe more.
And statistics don't lie, yeah. But I guess we'd have the same problem there, too. It's a no-win situation.
The floor covering is made from the same material as the rest of the station. It seems to have a hole in it here. Perhaps it was originally inside a rock that is no longer where it used to be. There might be a way inside below these materials.
There has to be some way of moving this junk so we can get into the hole. There's a strap tied around it. Maybe that's what's keeping everything in place. Here's the knot in the strap, but it's too tight to untangle it by hand. Yes! I can get it off with this. Damn, these metal pieces are too caught up on each other. It's lying on this left side and right on the hole. I just can't lift it. That's just a construction to protect the station from erosion. This pole is pretty beat up and loose. It's only hanging onto a single bolt that's sticking out. It's a bit looser than before, and the bolt is sticking out even further. It's a bit looser than before, and the bolt is sticking out even further. It's stuck on, rusted through. It won't move an inch. But it's sticking out quite a bit. Brute force it is, then.
You might still have needed that one.
I know.
It might have helped to break into an outpost.
Yeah, I get it. But now we've got this post here.
A post.
Yes, a post. Useful in many of life's sticky situations.
Searching database. No use case found, other than sticking it into the ground. As a post.
I've got the hands and I'm the one who has to improvise.
You are the person who lashes out with a hammer.
Just keep reading your database. Quietly.
I think not. One of us should watch where we are going.
Okay, I admit it. Your sense of direction is better than mine. There has to be some way of moving this junk so we can get into the hole. I'll put it under here. Let's see, maybe it will roll on this cylinder. Damn, the pole broke. Anyway, it's done. There's a drop-off a few meters here, and then we're in, Core. Almost. This is a part of the scrap that was blocking the hole. Lots of pieces of metal. I don't see why I should carry around all that heavy stuff.
A tie-down strap. Perfect for joining things together, or giving large, unwieldy things a point of connection. It might fit through the lug. Yes! Excellent! Now around here, and over here, and tie it together. That should do it.
We can wedge this part in, and the strap is secure. Yeah, that works. A roof over my head. Unbelievable. I was really worried about what today would bring when I woke up in the morning. This is almost exactly what I wished for. I mean, it looks just like I feared it would, but whatever.
I agree. As long as we can find a water supply, you will be able to survive here for a while.
We might find one inside the station. You said the signal came from in there, right?
Correct. This door is the only way inside. It is made of titanium and is not very thick, but you will probably not be able to open it manually due to its weight. You need electricity for its gear mechanism.
We shall see. But this door isn't as much of a problem as the mother of all doors up there is.
My psychological subroutines find this comparison to be very odd. Do you always conflate size and power? What was your childhood like?
Just turn off these routines.
This room is the drilling station. The machine on the ceiling can utilize multiple attachments. It is currently equipped with a magnet beam which loosens parts from underground and transfers magnetic metals to the surface. Workers can climb down the sides to manually retrieve non-magnetic sediment from the ground or to carry out repairs. It looks like this room has a self-contained power supply system. Would you like me to fly into this dark, obvious, menacing, apparently bottomless hole?
Well, yes.
There is a lot of metallic debris on the ground, but nothing else of note.
What's this device?
A robot arm with a universal mounting for drilling equipment. There is a magnet beam currently installed. It can pull in magnetic objects and repel them. That way you can transport them and retrieve metal from the ground.
I've seen computers struggling that were less dusty.
It seems to be damaged only on the outside. Everything appears to be fine on the inside.
You sound like a psychiatrist.
With this fusion generator, the room can maintain its own energy circuit. A security system, in case any human or other biological life form has an emergency in the drilling shaft.
Well, we've already got our emergency. Court, is it really safe?
Of course, it is a small version of a standard fusion generator, roughly the size of an average washing machine.
Okay, then let's put this fusion in spin cycle. Ugh, come on! Yes!
Hey! Good boy. Brainless machines.
It's still working! I never thought I'd be happy to hear the ear-splitting noise made by a machine like this.
What? Come on, open up! You've got power. What else do you want?
Oh, wait a moment. I see. The emergency power supply only powers the machines and lights in this room. All doors appear to be locked by an alarm protocol that belongs to the station's main system.
So what else can I do? Use a crowbar?
These are ore samples that were mined here.
There are crystals inside one of them. These stone and metal samples are so heavy, I can't move them an inch. They're also rock hard and solid. I can't break anything off. There's a strange attachment lying around here. I'll take it with me. There were some magnetic metal parts in the hole. If I put it in the cavities between the struts, it might stay. Yeah, looks good. I'd better put on the helmet.
If this does not work, we will not be able to remove it again. Are you sure this is a good idea?
It's going to work. Trust me, Cor. The welder is out of gas and nothing more than dead weight now. light's starting, but there's nothing magnetic close by. Core, do you have any final objections, hints, or prayers you want to share?
No, my calculations indicate a relatively high chance of success. I will not disclose the exact number so as not to worry you. If this fails, however, it could ruin the entire mechanism and jam it forever.
And you think that would not worry me? Okay,
Unpleasant, but unavoidable.
let's go. A real beauty.
The high probability was correct. Statistics don't lie.
Neither do physics. Yes, a way inside. Finally. What is that? Mark? Hey! Stop! What the? How can he? Where did he go?
I am not registering any signs of life.
But I saw something, a shadow, the silhouette of a human. He ran away.
I assume my sensors are somewhat more precise than your eyes.
So you're saying I'm imagining things? Well, this situation is getting to me, so I guess I can't rule it out. Stay positive, Tessa. We did it. We're in. That's something, at least. There's nothing going on here in the station. Where did the signal come from, Core?
From this direction. Enhancing location. There is a light source up in the command center.
You're right. Let's go. Maybe I was right after all. Hello? Nothing. No light. No person. Not even energy by the looks of it. Damn it!
Your heart rate is too high, Tessa.
Keep my heart rate out of it. I'm allowed to get upset about all this crap. What is this all about? We both saw the light, Core. It was up here, no doubt. And now I'm here, and there's nothing? No power, no source of light, nothing. What the hell is going on here? And the signal. What could have been sending it, Core?
This is definitely the source, but I cannot find any electricity in the vicinity, just the generator we started.
What was it then? 11 hedgehogs and a hamster wheel? An average-sized toucan with a megaphone?
Both of these theories are probably incorrect.
Sorry for getting so riled up, Core. I mean, it's not your fault. So you've lost the signal and there's no power here. Nor are there any signs of life from anyone. Or anything. Are you able to tell us more about the outpost now?
Yes, this is an independent drilling and research station. Judging by the condition of its building materials, it was probably built 20 to 40 Earth years ago. I could find all details in the database. But I have a theory now what kind of planet we are on and where it might be located.
Well, let's hear it.
Visualization initialized. I have the slightly disconcerting suspicion that the station is not close to any inhabited planets. These are almost always incorporated into designated trade routes. They have an alternating crew of more than 400 people, as this allows for the transportation of large amounts of necessary goods. The station we currently find ourselves in, however, is autonomous and small, and its regular crew could not have encompassed more than 40 people. I assume that it was part of a research program which erected stations such as this one at the edge of the known parts of the galaxy. Ships are sent to these stations in regular intervals of more than a year, as long as they are in service. In the meantime, the stations function autonomously. At some point, they are abandoned once the borders of explored territory shift.
But there must have been some kind of communications channel for emergencies.
Indeed, but direct interstellar communication is too slow. It could take months for a signal to reach another planet. These stations help themselves, they have no choice. However, IMC ships regularly fly through these areas to pick up any signals. If necessary, they can help or relay information to headquarters. There might also be trading or exploration ships from other companies that could receive signals from here long before they reach any inhabited planets.
So that means if we transmit a distress signal, it's more like a smoke signal on a lost island at sea. Not like calling emergency services via landline that will be there tomorrow.
Correct.
So, reaching someone will take time, but it's not impossible. As soon as the station has enough power, it will keep us alive and can continuously emit signals to the transport routes so someone can pick us up.
Correct.
Then let's do it.
Good. The power supply comes from an incineration plant in the station's west wing. We received a signal from here, so the communication systems seem to be intact.
It's nice how both of us are just ignoring the fact that the signal shouldn't have existed, just like the light. But okay, we should just be glad that we noticed it and we're here now. Now we just need power. This console won't help us without power.
The command center's Great Hall. It was built according to very old standard plans that have not changed for decades. This door over here is not as far open as the other one, but with the appointee object, you might be able to get through.
Nothing helpful.
A metal bar was stuck in the door to keep it open.
If I calculated this station's procedures and automatic systems correctly, then there are various, specific, manual steps executed by humans necessary to achieve this outcome. Usually, the security system would open this door. There must have been an emergency lockdown while someone was holding this bar in place, analogous to the locked door by the drilling room.
Oh, Compared to the control room, this place is full of random assortments of outdated technology. Apart from this robot arm, nothing really belongs here, I think.
In self-sustaining facilities, it is not unusual to adjust the equipment according to the given conditions, as long as the people in charge know what they are doing, or they have a core.
I can imagine.
A multi-purpose room. It was originally meant as a storage room, but now it contains multiple computers and a kind of workshop area. There are wheels attached to the wall that can be used to move the robot. However, it still needs power in order to be extended. There is a sort of maintenance hatch in the floor here.
A gas burner with 2 tubes, both of which aren't connected to anything. A workbench full of trash and signs of wear and tear. That's what every DIY enthusiast dreams of. The only thing left inside here are a cable, a kind of nozzle, and a lot of screws. There are some elements and materials written down here. This console won't help us without power. A coffee machine. What a surprise.
Court, that looks like a 3D printer.
Correct. This machine can turn virtual models into reality by applying liquid synthetic materials and metals layer by layer and then hardening them. How do you know that?
I remember I did some research into this topic. My long-term memory seems to be working at least.
But it needs power. A robot arm that seems to be able to move around along these rails. But what does it do?
There are boxes stored in the ceiling. This robot arm is the only way of reaching these and getting them down. The outpost has an area of approximately 4,922 square meters, calculating when the outpost was abandoned. Considering the overgrowth, sunlight, and humidity, I estimate that the post must have been abandoned about 6 to 7 months ago. The results are based on growth rates on Earth and comparable planets. The estimate could be off by several months, as we do not know this planet's peculiarities.
That might be useful.
This is the door to the incinerator plant. I cannot detect any cracks or weaknesses. The door looks thicker than it is and only weighs about 400 kilograms. You should be able to operate it from the control room, if there was energy.
Behind this is the incinerator plant that powers everything, right?
Correct. Also, the vehicle hangar. According to my data, the doors should have an emergency mechanism with which you can manually open them. We only need to find the access point.
I can't move it. It's held on by some screws.
This is the door. The door looks...
A bit rusty, but it's working. Yes, that looks like a manual mechanism.
This does not conform to regular standards. There is a cog missing.
A cogwheel that is held in place by a nut. Yes, that works.
We are also going to need power here. Tessa,
Yeah, you're right, but I can't find any mechanical way of opening them either. It's all solid as rock. Oh, lots of cogs. This has to be the robot's mechanism. Lots of cogs in varying sizes and shapes. None of these cogs are the right size. Core, please analyze the rest of the mechanism and tell me if you can find a cog that's similar to this one.
yes, the mechanism was altered in one place and a cog of the same type was used.
Great, save the information. We have to be able to move it over here somehow.
Well, it's part of the robot mechanism.
The robot can be moved using these wheels, but only down here, even though it should be able to stretch upwards.
That is probably only for maintenance purposes and to be able to get it out of the way if it cannot move on its own anymore.
Core, please show me the cogs and highlight the ones we're looking for in green. There has to be some way of getting the ones we need to the maintenance hatch. Yes, I did it. The cog is sitting in the maintenance area and I can reach it. That's the cog I need. But I can't get it out with my bare hands. A robot arm that seems to be able to move around along these rails. Yes! Got it. That fits. All the gears are in. To use the mechanism, all I have to do is crank the lower cog with some kind of tool. Perfect fit. Excellent. Everything fits together and the attachment fits onto the cog. Now I can turn it and operate the mechanism.
I have the tools, and the mechanism is repaired. Let's give it a try.
Yes! Oh, it's working! Just a little more. That's it! I guess I'll need that robot in the storage room, so I'll take the cog with me again. Wow. This facility is huge. Is this the garbage incineration?
Correct. Garbage, rubble, and any flammable materials are burned here. The resulting heat is used to generate power.
Burning stuff for electricity? That's a bit antediluvian.
At that time, this crude technology ensured independence from energy cells that were not known to work on this planet. A certain amount of energy is always stored to ensure the facility can power up.
So we just push a button, the power turns on, and we can use the communications console?
Not correct. Firstly, we need to activate the remaining energy via the console. Then we can use the machine and transport materials to the furnace to activate it. Once the facility has reached its full capacity, all systems will be active and we can continue.